Hey, there we go. Hey, everybody. Um, so I'm going to be taking you through the design for a bathroom in 3D Print Studio. I'm going to share my screen here in just a bit. I got to get signed in. Let's see. Just bear with me. I'll have it up and we'll go through it together. Let's see. Is that going to work? Yes, got it. Nicely done. All right, so let's go here. And where's my live at? Oops. There we go. And now I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Window. There we go. Let's share that. Hey, now we got something. Let's delete her. We don't need her in there. All right. Make that a little bigger. Okay. So I'm going to start out. I've got all my dimensions here kind of laid out on a piece of sheetrock. And we're going to put our walls in. Right, so I'm going to do a couple things here. Rectangle. Let's draw that. That's going to be about 130.5 by 154. 5 by 154. Okay. Now I'm going to go to this is a neat trick. Anybody hasn't seen how to do this yet, we have standard view. Now we can turn this into 2D, and you can see I've got a rectangle here. Currently, this dimension is wall to wall. And so I'm going to have another 3.5 inch wall here, which is going to be 2.5 by 154. And then this is concrete. Right now, we're going to do 1.25 inches. No, I can't. I got plumbing in that wall, so I'm going to have to do that at 3.5 too. So go 3.5 by 130.5. There we go. And then this side has the wall on the outside because that wall's already existing currently. So that's going to be 1.5. Nope, sorry. 3.5 by 1.4. That's a good wall. Now, this one is going to be here. There's another wall there. That's going to be 3.5 by 14. 3.5 by 10.5, 13.5, 14. 14. Oops. Let's try that over. It's got to be this way. Should be 14 by 2.5. There we go. Then we got a doorway. Just going to pop that in here so I don't lose track of it. That's about 33.5 by, call it 2, just for fun. And then I've got a block wall I got to throw in here. So I've got a block wall. That's going to be 3 on this side, 5 on the other. So 3 by 44 1/4. So we're going to go 44.5 by 3. And then I'm going to finish that. Make that, it's an 8-inch block. So we're going to go 44.25 by 8. That'll be a full block. And then I got a stairway. The stairway starts right in this area. Take that over. That's 38 1/4 rough to rough. So that's going to be roughly with 38 1/4. Oop. Just over the metric number here. 48. Good. And then I got a post over here. I'm going to draw that post in. Post is going to be roughly here. The radius, half of the diameter of the circle, that's going to be about 2. That's going to end up in the wall. So that'll work good. And I think I'm just going to make this flat and square all the way across. So we'll just bring that right there. Oops. I'm going to switch that over to drawing a rectangle. Let's bring this in. Okay. All right, so I got my general layout here. Just so I can extrude these walls at the same time without any trouble, I'm going to delete these lines. That's okay. That'll remind me where it is. Okay. And then this also. Select both of these because they're going to extrude the same, and the overall height of this room is 85.5. Same here. Bring this up. Good. That's my block wall. That's my doorway. All right, cool. Now, you see that post? That's going to come in later, but it's going to be inside the wall. And I want to make sure that everybody knows it, especially myself when I go to do my framing. All right. So now this, I'm just going to bring that up just to keep it out of I just don't want this to be in the way. This probably comes from about here. This is kind of just a guess. That doesn't really matter because I do want to utilize this space though. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use it for part of the print studio or what I'm going to do there, but definitely thinking I'm going to use the space at some point. All right. Now that I know that I'm done here with the walls, I get that in. That should be pretty close to what I want. Okay. Now, let's go back to our top view and take a look. Whoops, I just messed that up. There we go. All right. Let's see. I know I've got a plumbing line coming through here. If I can see it. Let's see. Hey, it is working. Cool.
It is working. Cool. It is working.
Hey, if that's the case, what do we got here? Okay. So the 75.5, and we're at 85. Is that where we're at? Yeah, 85.5. So that's a 10-inch duct. All right, so I'm going to come down in here. I'm going to go down 10 and down 10. Good. And delete. All right. So now we got a duct. 10. Good. All right. Good. Good. That'll give me a pretty good idea of where to go. There we go. Throw that there. Maybe even finish that off so it fills it in. Let's see. Rectangle. Let's go from here to there. Fill that in. Fill this in. Fill this in. There we go. Now we got a duct. Cool. I'll pop that back in later, make sure everything works. All right, now let's take a look. We get rid of this parallel projection theme we got going here. That way I can go inside. Look at that. I can go right down inside there. And now I can even look up. I can go from just about any perspective, zoom into walls, all those things. All right. Let's see. Looks like I got all of that laid out. What else am I missing? That's fine. Man, that's a lot of scribbles, and it really doesn't seem like it took very long to put that up. So cool. Now I got to figure out what this is going to look like. So we're going to come in here. I haven't decided how I want this to look, but I want the bathroom over here. All right, so let's say it doesn't need to be this long. It's too big. And I don't like long, narrow bathrooms. So, and I also have this is where my plumbing is. So I know that's where I'm going to be putting my commode. Kind of thinking maybe just walk in, vanity, commode, and shower next to it with that extra space. It's a pretty standard layout. Let's just, yeah, do that. Just kind of see how it goes. So let's see. I'm going to do standard, call it a, I could go pedestal. I don't even have to go with the full vanity. Kind of like a pedestal sink because it's cleaner. And I don't have to build a cabinet. So let's say the pedestal sink takes up like 32 by 24. So where are we at here? Let's go 32 by 24. Right in the corner. I don't mind that. Then we've got a commode. So then we need about 36 inches for our commode. So that's going to be somewhere in that 36 by 36. See, it comes out 11 and another. Yeah. There we go. That'll give us a good commode area. Then I got a shower I got to put in. And so let's say the shower is 24. Well, I don't think I want a tub though. I think I'd like to have just a shower. And so how do I want to access that? What do I want it to look like? These are questions that I need to ask and answer. I kind of like the idea of just doing a basin. All that plumbing's over there on that wall. That would be better. I don't have to cut concrete out. So let me think, what's that going to look like? Throw that shower in next to the toilet. I don't really like that either. Let me think this through here. It would be a good position for the toilet. So maybe toilet, pedestal, sink, then shower. 42 by 42 for a shower. Toilet. You know what? I don't mind that, actually. What if that was a, let's see, how does that make us? Is that 2'7"? So that's 30 inches. Kind of like the idea of this being, let's go with 15 inches. And then 15 inches back. Oops, whoops. That. There's 15. Oops. Midway point 15. What does that give us? We got 3 foot, so 36. That's not bad. And this is all going to be custom. So get rid of that. Put a center line here. Let's see. Bring that straight back. That's where I'm going to throw the toilet. So let's go to the 3D warehouse. Take a look at, now it's here. Let's see if I can share that with you too. Where are we at here? Here it is. All right, this is this. Oh, why is it not showing? Oh, let's see. Strange. Okay, well, it's not going to show you. So what I'm going to do is just bring it in. Oh, wait, maybe I can do this. Hang on. Let's try entire screen. Hey, there it is. Nice. Okay, so let's go with, oh yeah, by the way, these things are awesome. And they actually have healthy B12 in them. Yeah, Those guys right there. See what they're called? Yeah. Love them things. All right. Looking for a standard toilet. No, not going to do an RV toilet. But hey, look at, there's a nice one. That's a nice one. This is going to be more like the one that I'm going to use. And so what we're going to do is download that right into the SketchUp model. There we go. All right. And so that I'm going to turn and here, bring this to, oops. There's my center. And that's normally about 12 inches out from the walls. Let's see here. Where am I at? What is their dimension from the back of the toilet to the center? It's about 8. So I think if I'm going to plan it the way I'm going to plan for my toilet. So I'm going to go like this. And we're going to go to there. And then we're going to go like this. We're going to move it out, say 12 inches. All right, like that. And, oh, that didn't work out. I must have gone up 12. Here, let's see if it goes down when I go like this. Oh, no, it already was up. Let's try this again. Move. Huh, okay, go here. Good, and then we'll take that and move it 12. Now, why is it up? That's stupid. Come on. There, let's do this. Let's go 12 out, and let's find. Move. Where are we at here? Hey, would you look at that? Looks like it worked out pretty good. Nice. So we've got a toilet in there. So we're going to do toilet, and then we're going to do a corner claw shower. Oh, what's going on back here? I'm just going to kind of, oh, I see. It's just being silly. Okay. We're going to get rid of these lines. Oops. That's the one thing about being in this perspective. Kind of get stuck sometimes. You got to work your way back out of those walls. All right. Let's go to the 3D warehouse. And we'll grab a standard pedestal sink. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay. Pedestal sink. See, that's kind of fancy. It's kind of nice. I haven't decided what colors and stuff I'm going to use yet. That's yet to come, but let's just kind of like that. It's really standard. It's not going to be one of those goofy square ones, probably. It's going to be one I can just go buy at like Menards or Home Depot. So, yeah, I'm going to go back to what first popped up. Oftentimes it's the first thing that pops up that's the one you want. So don't always talk yourself out of crap. Like me, I always talk myself out of stuff I shouldn't. We're going to down that right into the SketchUp model. All right. Oh, hey, that's backwards. Let's take and flip that baby around. Oh, wait, right there. Nope. Right there. Great. And now we're going to move it. Actually, hang on. I want to center it on that space. So let's do this. I'm going to go here. And that is our center mark. And we're going to take this. We're going to move that puppy right to our center mark. Move. Where's my center? Turn it. It's somewhere right in that area. So let's just move that right over here. Just see how that goes. That's going to come back a bit farther. It's going to go up against the wall. That. Ah, there it is. I'll get rid of that, 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 that. Okay, good. Now, let's look at, I think I like this. I think this layout might be okay. It's a bit too much space, however, between, I like the space here. I'm going to put a towel rack there or whatever. But I think there's a little bit too much between the toilet and the sink. There's this, well, that could be a, no, that could be a garbage can. Could be there or there. Oh, let me think. I like the garbage can here and maybe a little thing for the plunger and stuff on that side. So, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll leave that just for now. I'll take a minute here to find a stand-up shower. Let's go to the 3D warehouse. We're going to find a corner 42-inch shower with a clip. See if that, I mean, sometimes you're too specific. 42 corner 42-inch shower. We'll get rid of that. Nope. Too much. Corner shower. Hey, there's one. Look at that baby. Ooh, that's kind of what I was thinking. Oh, I like that one better. Okay, this one. Minus the green tile. We're gonna change that. Let's download that right into SketchUp. Everything comes in backwards today. I don't like it. How about move? Why would you do that to me? Come on. Let's bring that right into that corner. And we're going to scale it out because I'm going to make that bigger. Well, actually, I like the idea of not. So let's just bring that over to here. Call that good. And we'll get rid of these lines because that was just my thought. But it doesn't have to be that big. That could be the size of it. And then I could have this space back here for something else. So how do I want to do that? I could use that for more storage, or I could turn that into a spot for the 3D print studio. Right now, I want to have another 2 feet for this bathroom right here. So this is going to be 2 foot, 24 by 24. And then this is going to go to here. That's going to be a 3.5 inch wall to there. We'll get rid of that. Grab that and we'll move it to there. And we'll get rid of that. And then we'll go, all right, 3.5 inch wall here. That's going to be what? Comma. There we go. Oops. There we go. Okay. I'm actually fine with that. I don't mind that bathroom being just like that. Okay, now let's do this. We're going to make this door delete, move control. Put that right there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Push this through. 3.5. Delete. Delete. Oh, yeah, right. This one's able to be taller. That's a shorter one because of that ductwork. This door is actually only going to be that tall. And so the bathroom door could be taller. Let me think here. I want the bathroom door to open in or out. That's kind of nice. I'm going to have a little extra space there. I'm going to bring that shower up. Height, let's call it 84.25. I like that. That's good. It's a live component, and that's nice. That worked out really good. Okay. So I like this. I like this 3D Print Studio being like that. My question then is, how efficient is this space? Because I got this big old area back here. So do I want to change all of this? Hmm. What do I want to do with this? Do I want more space in the bathroom? I don't mind that being the bathroom. Basically, this is what it looks like to walk in. So this is my perspective. I just thought about something. What if I take this whole layout and change it? Let's make that 42 by 42. Let's pop that sucker right into the corner. Take that and put it over yonder. Let's take this and spin it. And let's bring it over here. I actually don't mind that at all. And then this, could probably move this over here. Oh yeah, look at that. Because it doesn't matter that much that the toilet is under the ductwork, and now it's just a regular square bathroom. And now we can go from the center here. We can go 18 by 25. 25 by 18. Oops. No, doesn't need to be 18. It's 16. There we go. All right. Rectangle. 3.5 by 3.5. That's good. Oh, that's goofy. Why is that there? Stupid. move. There we go. Just lined up with that. Now we'll move that just a bit more. Oops. That's the edge of it. Do I want that to go up against the wall? Or I want it a little bit away? Kind of like the idea of it being maybe 6 inches from the wall. So let's go with this to there, which is 11 1/4, so 17.25. There we go. That's the inside. Let's get rid of this and this. This. Oops. And then we'll get another 3.5 by whatever that is. So we'll go 3.5 to there. Good. Delete. Ooh, look at that. Just much nicer. I think I like that. So now, door. I don't mind all this. Get rid of that. That. Line. That. Okay. Yeah, that's a cool bathroom. Now, I could put a door over here that opens in. I don't mind that. All right, so let's do that. Push pull. Bring that up. Let's bring it to there. That I don't mind. That's good. Like that. I actually like this. This is pretty nice. Okay. All that being said, now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this, because it's a good bathroom. But the 3D print studio is going to need some layout. Or do we do something else down there? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. What if I moved that over there? Then all of that. What if I did that? Let's just see. No. That's not going to work, because that ductwork is in the way. I just don't know. All right, take a break. Think this out. Think about it. Come back to it. All right, let's see. Let's move this into its spot. Oh man, my balls are. Oh, no, that's wrong. Yeah, none of that seems right. Well, what is my distance here? Curious. Got somewhere in that 48-inch range. Actually, it might not be too bad because I can fit all my printers. Well, I only have a foot to work with though, because those are like 36 inches, and that's a big container. I would need more room than that. So what if I could put two, huh? Let's see here. Gotta measure that. Do I have a tape measure up here still? I left the one downstairs. That's a bummer. Gosh, I don't think I have one up here. Let's see. Get a rough estimate. That's 36. So I could put two of those in an 84. What do I got back here? What's this one? These are not 36. These are 30, 30. So we got 96. I got 84. That is not going to work for all three of them stacked. But they don't have to be that tall. That is much taller. Well, not because the sack is. I guess I don't need those big enclosures. 36. Oops, rectangle. Let's say I'm sticking one right here. So we'll go 36 by 36. And that will push up. 36. That's the first one. Oh, wait, it's not, though. It's 36 by 30 by 28. Okay. 36 by 30 by 28. There's one. What do we got here? 9. I could do 2. 30. All right. So this is 22. 25 by 22 by 30s. 30, call it 31. 25 by 22 by 30. Rectangle. $30. Okay, so there's those two. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Oop. I kind of like that, actually. It's a bummer because I'll have to break more concrete up. But what if I swap it? What if I take that and I put it over here, move this over here? Yeah, that might not be a bad deal. Okay. Okay. I think I kind of like it. Let's do that. And now I gotta tie in there. So this phalange. Okay. So I'll make that bathroom, something like that. And this will be, so go here, bring that to there. That's going to be 6'8" So 72, 80. 80 inches. All right. I think I can live with that. So we're going to make we're going to make this. Like that. Then the toilet. And then the shower. And then the pedestal. And this is going to be 80. Oh, yeah, I got to look into that too. I might have messed that up. So that's going to be back there. I won't have one for the bathroom. Crap. No, that's okay. I can pull it in. I'll damper it down. Won't have return air back there. I don't care that much. Okay. So then this will be about 78 inches. So 80 by 80. Okay. That I can do. I'm going to do it 80 by 80, and then I got to cut concrete out. That's going to be interesting. So from there, do my 2 walls. Then I got this area back here. I got to go downstairs and look into that because I know this is coming out. Well, let's see. Is this even going to work? I don't think it is because of the duct. The shower's the only thing, though. Okay, let's see here. What happens if I do this? Come into here. All right, and then that comes down. Okay, that's a really short shower. I hate it. That ain't gonna work. It'll work there though. All right, so what if I save everything the way it is? I take that shower. What if I take the shower and I move it like that, and I put it over here, and I slide it back just enough. That stupid duct is still in the way. Oh, God. No, that ain't going to work. It's too short. Oh, man. Wow. What a pain in the butt. That duct. Can't really do much with this. Oh, actually, what if I don't do it that way? What if that has I just switch where those freezers are and I put the bathroom over there. Put the freezers behind. No, the duct is still there. I need the height. Okay. I take it back. It's got to go there. And it's still at 80 by 80. I'll be fine. It's 80 by 80. I could put the freezers there. I'll figure it out. I'm going to do 80 by 80. I'm going to get everything laid in there. I'm going to have to break concrete out. How do I want that to work? It's definitely where the bathroom has to be. All because of the ductwork. It's going to be a short little stupid hallway. All right. Well, there you have it. See, when I draw this stuff out, it gives me a pretty good idea of what I'm dealing with. And then I can remember because I've put even my ductwork in there. So looking at it from this backside, you can see there's just, yeah. Let's just end it. And nobody stopped anyways.